The series opens with a young Yoon explaining that she can see things ordinary people cannot, ranging from monsters and spirits to auras and jellas. Yoon further explains that all humans secrete jelly and that jellas represent a person's desires, heavy thoughts, and worries that can linger long after they are gone. Yoon's mother passes away, leaving her to navigate the world on her own. In the present day, Yoon works as a school nurse at Maljeon High School, a school where the students are generally happy and healthy. Regardless, she keeps her locker full of odds and ends, including a plastic sword, a Vatican rosary, and a BB gun to aid in her fight against monsters if the need arises. Since the school motto says, "Laughing will bring you good fortune," the students are made to do compulsory laughing exercises in the morning. But things return to normal shortly after. During lunchtime, the whole school is abuzz with the news that a popular student, Hoop Squid, is going to ask his classmate Ara to be his girlfriend. Upon learning this, another student Seung immediately heads out and begins frantically searching for Ara. His search is cut short when he feels a sting and has to stop by the school nurse. In the school courtyard, Hoop Squid has enlisted the help of several students to set up his elaborate proposal, and Ara, who is at the top of the school's roof, watches the entire scene unfold. While attending to Seung, Yoon pulls out an unusual heart-shaped jelly from his neck. After inquiring about his name and class, Yoon tells Seung to leave school early since he is injured, but he refuses, stating that he has things to attend to. Without waiting to hear another word, Seung rushes out of the office to continue his search for Ara. Sensing something is not right, Yoon grabs her BB gun and plastic sword and heads out after Seung. Outside her office, Yoon sees jelly in the shape of Seung, further confirming her suspicion. In the school office, Han, the homeroom teacher of Seung's class, who is also the school's Chinese literature teacher, and the grandson of the school's founder, is trying to reach Ilguang Sterilization, the only company authorized to clean the school's basement, but to no avail. Han's attempts at contacting the sterilization company are interrupted when Yoon enters the office. The pair have a somewhat awkward introduction, and finally, Yoon enlists Han's help to find Seung. The two split up. Han heads outside, and Yoon continues to search the hallways. After searching for a while, Yoon discovers a trail of jelly leading to the school's basement that is constantly under lock and key. The nature of the jelly leads Yoon to conclude that something is lurking in the basement, so she decides to investigate. First, she tries to get a key from a security guard, but he tells her that Hong is responsible for the basement keys and that no one has been down there in over a year. Since that didn't work, Yoon breaks the lock herself. Inside the basement, she is confronted by a barrage of monsters, and she immediately swings into action. Elsewhere, a pale-looking Seung continues his journey to the roof to meet Ara. Upon reaching the roof, Seung is in pretty bad shape, but when Ara asks about his well-being, he blows it off, claiming that all is well. Seung tells Ara that he came to collect his earphones that had been in her possession, and before he has the chance to say anything else, another student shows up and informs Ara that her attention is required downstairs. Seung tries to persuade Ara not to go, but she leaves, promising to return shortly. As time passes, Hong's search leads him back into the school building, and when he notices that the basement door is open, he goes down to investigate. While looking around in the basement, Hong sees Yoon in action. When he asks her what she is doing, she says she is doing the Zumba dance. Eventually, Yoon confesses that she is searching for something down there. Believing that it must be something connected to Seung's illness, Hong joins Yoon in her search, and together they begin to explore the basement. The deeper the pair go, the creepier things become. They come across several monsters and taboo ropes. While walking, Hong tells Yoon that the school was founded in 1976 as an all-girls school before it became co-ed. In the school courtyard, Hoop Squid's proposal is in full swing, and several students are watching in awe. The basement search leads Yoon and Han to an enclosed chamber. While looking around, the pair discover that the school sits on top of a pond. In the corner of the room is a mysterious engraved rock that catches Hong's attention. Before Yoon can warn him not to touch it, he flips it and reveals a breathing hole underneath. This unleashes a shockwave that descends across the school. Immediately, Yoon picks up her sword and takes off running. Chaos breaks out all over the school. Some students collapse unexpectedly, and others burst into fits of uncontrollable giggles as they start stampeding up to the roof. On the roof, the students begin to climb up the fences, inching closer and closer to falling to their deaths, and Seung especially seems very frantic. Han reads the message on the engraved rock. It says that the pool upon which the school stands was once a location young lovers went to take their lives after losing their love. As time passed, people began to use the pond to frame murders as suicides, and the animals that resided in the pool began to grow at an alarming rate, so the government had the pond filled with sand. After reading the stone's message, Hong slowly makes his way to the roof. while being mindful of his bad leg. Immediately she reaches the roof, Yoon swings into action. With a single tap of her sword, she is able to stop Yoon from falling. Yoon then begins to tap more students, but things don't seem to be slowing down because more and more students are appearing on the roof. Through it all, only Ara seems to be in her right mind. Suddenly, out of a gaping hole in the ground, a monster only Yoon can see emerges. She attempts to subdue it using her BB gun, but her attempts fail, and the beast seems to be gaining momentum. At around this time, Hong appears on the roof. Soon everyone is clinging to the fence for dear life as the beast pulls them closer. When it seems like all hope is lost, Yoon and Hong accidentally hold hands, and Yoon feels a new power surging through. Channeling this new power through her BB gun, Yoon is able to take down the monster, effectively bringing the ordeal to an end. Later that day, the incident is described as an earthquake, confirming that only Yoon saw the monster. No students are seriously hurt, and they are all grateful to the teachers for saving their lives. While watching the news, Yoon gives herself an unusual manicure, and laments about how no one else knows the truth. Suddenly, someone slips a note to her under the door. In the basement, Yoon goes over the writings on the stone with Hong's guidance, but she cannot seem to make sense of it. On the way out, Hong tells Yoon the details about the pawn's history. That night, after the school had emptied out, two students, Wan and Min, break into the school building and steal some valuable documents that they plan to sell. The next day, while watching a sports game with Hong, Yoon notices that the jellas of Wan and Min are tethered, so she begins to ask about them. Hong tells her that the two are best friends who get into trouble together. Determined to find out more, Yoon asks Seung and Ara, who are now a couple, about Wan and Min. From the pair, she learns that while Wan is called Lucky because of her unbelievable luck, Min is called Ruckus because he seems to attract confusion. Yoon also learns that Min has a crush on Ara. While walking with Han, whom she seems to have grown very close to, Yoon shares her concern about Wan and Min being tethered. The conversation takes another turn, and the two begin to tease themselves about not having friends. In the end, Han admits that he indeed has no friends, while Yoon says she has one whom she met the year before. During a visit to her friend HWA, Yoon once again shares her concern about the two students being tethered. In response to this, HWA asks why it's such a bad thing, and Yoon says she has seen situations like that result in the death of one of the people involved. After thinking deeply, HWA suggests that Yoon break the bond. She speculates that since Wan and Min both have full hair, and gel is like hair, cutting the hair of one of the two may break the bond. Yoon returns to school and tells Hong about her friend's suggestion. The two brainstorm possible ways to execute the plan, and Hong suggests tying Wan and Min's hair into knots. Ara, who is also present, assures the pair that she will handle the situation. Taking advantage of Min's crush on her, Ara convinces him to cut his hair. Unfortunately, this doesn't sever the tether, instead, it strengthens it. Now, the only choice is to try Hong's suggestion and tie their hair in knots. In preparation for this, Hong teaches Yoon and Ara how to tie knots, but Yoon seems to be having a hard time. Elsewhere, a group of mischievous students, including Wan and Min, are plotting to break into Jisan High School and steal the cushions. This is a practice they believe will help them get into college. When the plan is in motion, all seems to be going well until one of the girls spots Min and starts causing a scene. Luckily for them, the group are able to make away with all the stolen cushions, including one that belonged to a dead student. Back in Mongleon High School, a strange girl dressed in a different uniform makes her way into the school premises. She starts lurking in the hallway, and it soon becomes clear that no one but Yoon can see her. After numerous failed attempts, Yoon is starting to get frustrated by the knot lessons, but Hong is patient with her. After returning from their cushion hunting trip, Wan, Min, and their classmates take their college entrance mock test, and the two devise a means to cheat using the clicks of their pen and the class clock. As the exams progress, Yoon goes from class to class with a dummy to teach the students CPR. During this time, the strange girl follows quietly behind her, but she doesn't seem to notice. After falling asleep at her desk, Yoon wakes up shaken after seeing the previous school president hitting her with the toy sword. Later that evening, Yoon is staying late at the school when it is brought to her attention that nearly half the students in Wan and Min's class are crying uncontrollably for no apparent reason. Immediately she arrives at the scene. Yoon orders Ara to take all the students who are not hysterical out of the classroom. The majority of the students left are the ones who went on the cushion hunting mission. Taking one look around, Yoon spots the cause of the chaos. The spirit of the dead Jaisong High student is present in the classroom, crying and clutching her cushion. Using her sword, Yoon handles the situation, and everything quiets down. Yoon then takes the cushion and burns it outside along with the note it contained. The next day, Yoon returns her focus to Wan and Min, who are still tethered. Just before the close of the school day, she summons both of them to her office and knocks them unconscious using her sword. While the two lie unconscious, Yoon and Hong begin to tie the knots in their armpits. Halfway through the process, Yoon steps outside and comes face to face with Mackenzie, a teacher at the school who is also the gardening club advisor. Mackenzie is suspicious about Yoon's presence since it is late, but he doesn't push further. The next day when Wan and Min walk into school, it appears that the knot tying procedure worked. Yoon continues her tour around the school to teach each class the basics of first aid. On the way to one class, she sees several jellies on the wall, but deems them harmless. Immediately Yoon is out of sight. Mackenzie follows behind her and sucks the jellies into seeds. Elsewhere, Jai, a scholarship student at the school who is passionate about being on the basketball team, is bullied by Hoop Squid, the team captain, and 3 other team members. The incident leaves Jai badly injured. Before things get any worse, Mackenzie intervenes and promises Jai he will grant him one favor. Jai shrugs this off, and Mackenzie leaves. During an acupuncture session, HWA tells Yoon to be careful because although she is destined to be with Hong, someone else wants him, as a result of the injuries he sustained from being bullied. Jai goes to Yoon's office. While tending to his wounds, Yoon asks Jai how he got injured, and he lies that he fell down the stairs. While watching a basketball game later that day, Hong reveals to Yoon that the team members were responsible for Jai's injury. Out of nowhere, Mackenzie interrupts the conversation, insisting that Hong joins in the game since the team is down a player. Hong politely declines, but Mackenzie insists and begins to pull him towards the field. At this point, Yoon intervenes, pointing out Hong's leg injury. This gets Mackenzie to back off. On a call with HWA later that night, Yoon reveals that she thinks Mackenzie is her competition. The two begin to look him up, and they learn that he is an American citizen who recently moved to become an English teacher. They also learn that he is part of the Safe Happiness family. The following day, Jai approaches Mackenzie and tells him that his wish is to be reinstated into the team. Mackenzie then gives Jai 4 seeds for each team member that bullied him, and instructs him to place the seeds into the clothes of each one of them. Without question, Jai does as he is told. Later that day, Han, the school's life science teacher, approaches Yoon and invites her to an all-teachers outing scheduled for that evening. True to Mackenzie's word, Jai is reinstated into the team after the players who bullied him sustained severe injuries, making them unfit to play. When Jai goes to get ready for the game, he sees that Mackenzie has slipped him a new pair of shoes. During the game, Jai faces an insane amount of pressure, but he performs extraordinarily well, thanks to Mackenzie, who seems to be controlling the shoes from the audience stand. Only Yoon seems to notice this. Yoon warns Han to be mindful of Mackenzie and tells him only to trust and speak to her. After the game, all the teachers meet at a restaurant. Han gets close to Yoon and begins to ask about her relationship with Hong. Across from them, Mackenzie tries his best to get friendly with Hong, but Hong declares that he is leaving. Despite Mackenzie's persistent attempts, Hong leaves. When the hangout is over, Yoon confronts Mackenzie and warns him to stay away from Hong. She also accuses him of wanting to steal Hong's jelly. In response to this, Mackenzie tells Yoon that she could have made a fortune from selling jellies, but that she will live and die miserably since she has chosen to be good. The confrontation becomes physical, and Yoon whips out her BB gun, but Mackenzie bests her. Finally, he gets into a taxi, and on the way, he tosses a frightening jelly. Yoon manages to shoot down the jelly, but when she goes to shoot at the vehicle, she discovers that her gun has been jammed. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like if you think we should make the next part. Thank you.